Hello you guys, and welcome back to another Rock on Game episode, and it has been a while since we recorded our last video, so I thought I'd give you guys a little haul video for today. This one's going to be a fun one, if the camera will focus. This one's going to be a little bit of a fun one. We've got a mix of things. We've got some mangas, I've got some video games to show, and then I also have a few spooky items that I'm going to show you guys. One of these is brand new, one of these I just picked up off Facebook Marketplace, but I don't want to waste you guys' time, so let's go ahead and jump on into it. If you do like the video, smash the like button, comment down below what's your favorite item out of this haul, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you do not miss a video when I do upload videos or I go live. So, without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and jump on into this. I'm going to go ahead and get the video, like the media, the CD, which is only one, the CD, the video games, and the mangas. So, the first thing we picked up today is me and my wife has always been a long time My Chemical Romance fans. So when we first got together, that's something that we kind of bonded on, and she informed me that she was supposed to go to see them in 2020 until the show was canceled due to COVID. Anywho, long story short, they did just release the Danger Days Deluxe Edition, which comes with additional songs, and we did find one of them at Walmart, so we went ahead and picked it up. Now, the sticker in this top corner is not supposed to look like that. The Walmart that we picked this up from decided that they wanted to put the price sticker right on top of that one, and so whenever I went to peel the price sticker off, it completely fucked it up. So unfortunately it's messed up, but I don't know, it kind of fits the vibes, and you can kind of tell what songs are on there. But this is a pretty cool edition. It's literally just a deluxe edition of Danger Days, which honestly, I know a lot of people are just now liking the Danger Days album. I've always been kind of partial to it. I've always kind of enjoyed it. Obviously, Black Parade, hands down, 3 Cheers is pretty good, but I don't know, Danger Days is up there for me, honestly. So really glad that I was able to pick that up. That's the inside of it, and then it comes with the 2 discs and a little booklet, which I'm not going to show everything in this video. And then I don't know if I showed you guys or not, but that is the song list. Let's go ahead and try to focus on that. There we go. So some new ones. There's like some live stuff from festivals. Just some brand new stuff on here. So pretty cool. Glad to add that to my CD collection, which I do own a CD collection. And I would like to eventually do a CD collection for you guys, because my CD collection is just as cool and just as vibrant as my video games and my movies. So I would like to eventually do a CD and vinyl collection. I might do a vinyl one before I do the CD one, but we'll see. Next up, we got some video games. We've got the Sexy Brutale Full House Edition. Includes an exclusive booklet and original soundtrack CD. Now, I know nothing about this game. If you guys know me, I'm pretty much just, if it looks interesting, I'll buy it, I'll play it. If I like it, cool. If not, it ends up on my shelf anyhow, because I usually like to collect things, and even if I don't like them, I tend to kind of hold on to them, because I have a tendency to not like something 1 minute and then turn around in a couple of months or a couple of years and be like, well, I really want to try that thing out again, and then I try it out and I end up liking it. So but anywho, Sexy Brutale Full House Edition, it looks really cool. Based off the description, sounds like a Until Dawn meets Agatha Christie novel, which sounds pretty sick. Discover the secrets of the Sexy Brutale Casino Mansion and its inhabitants as you relive the same day of a mysterious and murderous masked ball over and over again. Can you save the lives of the guests trapped in this nightmare? Will you finally uncover the truth that lies at the dark heart of the mansion and escape its clutches once and for all? So it sounds pretty cool. It sounds like a puzzly game, but like I said, it sounds like an Until Dawn, where you Until Dawn meets like Happy Death Day meets an Agatha Christie novel. It sounds like a murder mystery, but you're reliving these days trying to figure out who the murderer is. Kind of like Clue. I don't know why I didn't just say Clue, but it sounds like Clue, and that's good enough for me. And then also another reason that I fell in love with this is it has a soundtrack. So, you know me, big on physical soundtracks, especially when they come with these collector's editions. So whenever I found out that it was complete with the booklet and the soundtrack, I just went ahead and picked it up. I mean, $30, come on, dude. Not that bad. So there's that. And then also, so I own every console. If you know me, you know that, like, I'm big on nostalgia as well. Pretty much I'm a collector, is all you need to know. And so I do own the 360 and the Xbox One. Now, before last month, a little bit of this month, whenever they decided that they were going to raise the console prices, I was going to wait until Black Friday to get the Xbox Series X. Because I was like, well, if I'll wait until Black Friday and then they'll, like, cut the deal in half and I can get it for a little bit cheaper than what I'm, would originally pay. And so I was going to wait, and then Xbox and PlayStation and a lot of those, and Nintendo decided that they wanted to raise their prices in August. And I was like, well, fuck. I was like, if they raise their prices in August, that means the Black Friday won't be until Thanksgiving in November. So I was like, I might as well. And also, it's going from, I think it was about $650, going from $650 to $800, which is a ginormous jump. Well, no, I think it's $700 to $800, but right now Walmart has a rollback sale, so the Xbox Series X's are $650. I think that's just to get the consoles that they have right now. I think it's just a matter of getting those out. That way, when they do raise the prices in August, they could just bring a new console, slap a new sticker on there, and be like $800, which I think's ridiculous. But to sum this all up, I went ahead and got an Xbox Series X. So now I have the 360, the Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. Also, I pre-ordered the Gears of War E-Day Collector's Edition, and I wanted to have the console to be able to play it on whenever it comes in. I know that's stupid. Pre-order the Collector's Edition and then not buy the console yet. So now I have the console to play it, which I'm really excited. I am going to cover a Collector's Edition video, which I know I'm going on this huge rant, but I am going to be doing a Collector's Edition video where I'm going to show all my Collector's Editions, and then I'm going to show off some of my new pre-orders, because I did pre-order that one plus a couple of other really cool Collector's Editions. So, basically, to sum all of that convo up, I went ahead and bought some new games for the Xbox Series X. Now, these are Xbox One games, but I wanted some brand new games to play on the Xbox Series X. So, with that being said, I did pick up these two. We got the Blair Witch game. Big on horror. I don't know how you could even tell that I'm big on horror, but I'm a big horror fanatic. Love horror movies. It's my shtick. I love horror video games, and I have not had this one in my collection yet. The thing that sucks is the PlayStation version has the VR version, where you can play this game entirely in VR, which I was like, sounds really cool. But I saw this one and I was like, well, I might as well pick it up, see if I like it, and then get the PlayStation version. So, Blair Witch, Xbox One, I paid 40 buckaroos for this. It looks like a good game, but I'm going to say something sacrilegious to the horror community. And I know that some horror people is going to be out there and be like, then you're not a fan. Me and my wife watched Blair Witch, and we weren't big fans of it. I thought it was just super annoying. I thought the camera work was really awful. And I'm a big found footage guy. I like As Above, So Below. I loved Houses That October Built. Me and my wife are big on found footage films. Blair Witch didn't do it for us. We actually fucking hate it. So hopefully this game will do its justice, and hopefully I will get back into it. I like the concept of Blair Witch. That first movie, no. No. So, really excited to play that one. And then this next one is actually going to end up on the collector's edition video, but I just went ahead and threw it in here anyhow. I am hoping this is the first game, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I'm hoping this is the first game. If not, I'll have to find the first game. But I've seen gameplay of this. I've seen clips of it. I've seen trailers. I've looked into this game, and it looks really interesting. It looks really beautiful. So whenever I saw that they had the collector's edition for like $30, I took the sticker off of it. But when I saw that they had the collector's edition for $30, I was like, come on, dude, I gotta pick that up. So, pretty cool edition. It comes with like an art book. I don't think it comes with a soundtrack, but it comes with like this really nice hardback steelbook case, game disc, art book, piano collections, music CD, original soundtrack music, MP3 download. Which, now that I think of it, I don't even think this came with a steelbook. Yes, it did. I lied. I lied. It did. But like I said, I will cover that in the collector's edition video, which I'm really excited about. I have quite a few collector's editions, and I will actually be able to talk about most of them for the most part, because I actually have played a lot of my collector's editions. But no, really excited to do that video, and I'm really excited to add this game to my collection. So, with that being said, that is the CD and video games. Let's go ahead and shimmy on over, which I hope you guys can still hear me. Let's go ahead and shimmy on over to the mangas. Now, I just put them up here. Okay, so, like I said, I hope you guys can hear me. So these mangas I found at my local used bookstore. Now, the thing that sucks about my local used bookstore is that some of their prices are a little much. Some of their pricing just doesn't add up, and for a used bookstore, you would think, oh, they're cheaper. No, they pretty much basically go off like eBay pricing. So if you go in there and you expect to find like even a used copy of like if you're trying to find a book for your kid for school, Fahrenheit 451, I think Dante's Inferno is on there. I don't know what kids are reading. Odyssey is probably a good one since the movie's coming out. You would expect to go in there and find like cheap copies of these books. No. You will walk in there and you will actually find that you are better off going to a bookstore like Barnes & Noble and Books A Million and paying for a brand new copy of said books than to go into this used bookstore, because once again, a lot of the pricing is like just outrageous. You've got movies and CDs that should be lower, and they hike them up like crazy. And the thing that sucks about it, and I'm sorry I'm going on all these huge rants tonight, but the thing that sucks about it is that McKay's is a really good example of a used bookstore. You go in there and, I mean, you can find books for $1. You can find used CDs for like 25, 50 cents, really good condition. And I love McKay's. If you know me, you know, you've watched the channel for a while. I used to do huge hauls from McKay's. I used to go in there and I literally would spend like an entire check and a half just to stock up on media that I was needing, movies that I needed to watch, games that I needed to play, CDs soundtracks that I loved. So I love McKay's, but this other one, which kind of shares the same name, I'm not going to say it because I don't think it's a worldwide store, but this other store that kind of shares the same name is not that great. It is not that phenomenal. And I kind of wish that their prices were better, but it is what it is. And so that's where I got these mangas from, and that's where I got this box set from, which I'm about to show you. The first set I'm going to show you is this really cool Final Fantasy Lost... Let's see. Let me make sure I say this right. Final Fantasy Lost Stranger series. And the thing that sucks about it is that they had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So I need 1, 2, 8, and I think there's like 12 in this series, so I need to get 10, 11, 12. But really cool looking. And then if you've been watching the channel, you know that I was originally going to play the entire Final Fantasy, all 13 games, in one sitting. Loved the first one, loved the second one, got to the third one, and I was like, I can't do this. I do not like the third one. I still have not finished it, which kind of sucks. It kind of sucks because, like I said, I was really enjoying that series, and I got to the third game and I was like, I can't do it. So I think what I'm gonna do is I have like looked into it and read into it, and a lot of people are saying like, if you don't like a certain game, just hop around because the stories don't really like connect all too well. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think since was it like Retribution? Not Retribution. Whatever the new one's gonna be called, since that one's gonna come out for Part 7. Final Fantasy 7 Part 3 is coming out next year. I think what I'm gonna do, honestly, is I think I'm just gonna jump to 7 and play that whole 3 or 2-part series before the third one comes out. But I love Final Fantasy. Like, I love the concept of it. I love the ideal of it. And like I love RPG games, and but like I said, I got to the third one. It was way too much. The first one and second one was pretty basic, and then the third one added in the work class or whatever, and instead of just having like the knight and the ninja and the assassin, they threw in like a bard, and they threw in like a Viking, I think, is one of the classes, and I'm like, too much. too much. So yeah, really excited to have that collection, and a lot of these ended up being like $6.50. I think a couple were $8, which doesn't sound too terrible, but you could easily go on Amazon and probably find these for like $5 if you're smart about it. And then this next item is something that I have been looking for after I finished the anime. And when I finished the anime, I was like, I am obsessed. I am obsessed with this anime. And so I was really wanting the box set of the mangas so that I didn't have to buy like $12 to $13 individual issues. So I was gonna wait until Amazon had their Prime Day sales, and I looked on the little like price charting, and it said that last year around Prime Day it was $80, and I was like, cool, I'll just wait until Prime Day. Prime Day came around and it only dropped to $100, and I was like, oof. And then after Prime Day, it went from 100 back to like 120-ish, and this box set sits at like 170, 180, I want to say. So it's a very expensive box set, for like a lot of misprints and a lot of issues with it. And so that's why I wanted to buy it secondhand. I wanted to buy it for a cheaper price. And so I finally found it at my local bookstore for $90. And I am going to take the sticker off because it does say the name of the store. And, like, I know a lot of people's going to hate on me for that. I know a lot of people's going to be like, it doesn't care, just show it. I do that for my safety. Because I would rather not risk showing you guys my location or anywhere near my location and then end up, yeah. So, oh, and there's one on the back, lovely. They completely riddled this thing with these price stickers. Now I did pay $90 for this, which once again I could have paid $80 if I would have probably waited. But I saw it for $90, and it's somewhat complete. The only thing that's missing out of it was the double-sided poster. But I was like, I can get a poster. I actually have a poster already, and that is for the My Hero Academia Volumes 1 through 20 manga box set. Really excited to read this series. Loved the anime. I actually binged it so much to the point that I was like falling in love with these characters, and like it literally became an obsession. I have like a lenticular poster up above my head. I've got these, like, Dobby and Shigaraki action figures above my desk. And then I even have this stuff that I'm going to show you next. So, yep, there's the box set. Cool, cool, cool. And then I picked up these two things. Now, the first thing is these playing cards. Went to Five Below, and, well, I'll show this too, because this kind of flows in with this. I went to Five Below to look for these, and I was actually able to find one. So, picked up the Universal Monsters Monster Troll. Excited to have that in the collection. And then I saw these behind the counter, and I was like, I really want a pack of those. So I went ahead and picked up a pack of them. I think I am going to start collecting these, though, and make like a little binder or something. Because Pokemon, come on now. I was collecting Pokemon, and then it just started becoming like an act of Hunger Games, and I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. So got a blood transfusion. And we got, I'll protect you. Yeah, disturbing visage. Gecko Stomp. Spinner. Blade Tooth. I can't read half these. Effortless Movement from Twice. Now, I know you can't, like, see these. I know they're, like, super blurry. Armored Muscles. Sluggish Recovery. Do I Know You? And then Wild Pussycats. Now, I really want to look up the price of this one, because it's like the foil or whatever. Just to see, because I know sometimes, like, the shinier cards can range. But really excited to have those in the, excited to have this in the collection. I might end up, like I said, making a little binder and just stockpiling on My Hero Academia playing cards. Who knows? We might add it to the collection. And then last but not least, I got this from GameStop. This is a statue that I wanted to add, or a figure that I wanted to add to the collection for quite a while. I looked it up on eBay, and it was going for like $50, $60, $90. It was like ridiculous. And I wanted to add it to, you know, the collection. And so I wasn't able to find one, and then finally I walked into GameStop one day, and lo and behold, found it for $35. So I went ahead and picked it up. This is my favorite variant of Izuku Midoriya. Love this outfit. This was his, like, vigilante, I call it his Batman era. This is whenever he was going around and basically, like, breaking people's limbs and being like, where is he? So, really, really like this spooky version of Izuku Midoriya. But also, just a crazy time in his teachings of basically letting his newfound power basically get the better of him, and using it to the point that it corrupted his mind, but then having his friends basically pull him back to the light was just, that was insane. So really loved this era of Izuku Midoriya. I thought it was actually one of the better arcs. My arcs is different from everybody else's arcs. My arcs is like, you know, different milestones in these characters' lives, and this one was definitely one of my favorite arcs. So, pretty cool figure. Alright, and then last but not least is some spooky stuff. This first one is one that I picked up. It is a brand new Spooky Town Lamax. It is actually right behind me, and if the lights were not chaotic and bright, you would be able to tell what it is. Last year they released a arcade, a Monstercade, and I really wanted it, but I missed out on it and kind of beat myself up about it. This year, however, they announced that they were making a rental video store one, And since I love collecting physical media, all things physical media, and I love collecting movies, whenever I saw that this was a thing, I was like, I've got to pick this one up for the collection. Eventually, whenever I finish my basement and I move everything downstairs, this will go with the movies, but for right now, it's just chilling behind me on my collector's shelf, and that is the Nightmares Video Store. They are doing a closing down sale. Now, I did not pay full price for this because this is a very, very pricey little building. This one is $115, and thankfully they had a coupon, or they had a sale. I think it was July something on their website for like 25-ish% off. And so whenever I saw that they had a coupon on the store, I was like, well, I can use that. So I ended up only paying, I think, like $84 for this, which is, I mean, it's better than $115, but still, it's like, whew. And I mean, it's not even that big, and I know this is like becoming like a gripe video of me being like, well, it's not that big, so, but like, I mean, it's a pretty cool, and like the lights flicker where the TVs are. I should bring it over and show you guys, but maybe in a different video. But I mean, it's a really, really cool building. I just 115 for like, yeah, yeah. But I still wanted to add it to my collection, so it is what it is. And compared to this very last item, it is crazy how much that one goes for. This one I got off of Facebook Marketplace. Now I'm gonna do this. This one I got off of Facebook Marketplace. It was originally going for $80, and the guy bumped it down to $70. Whenever I finally texted him, I was like, I'm interested in that. Can we meet up? You know, blah, 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 blah. He finally bumped it down to $50, and I want to give him a huge shout out. He knows who he is. I don't think he'll ever see this video. But I want to give him a huge shout out. He was very, very friendly, very helpful. He even told me that, dude, whenever you start building your little village, let me know, and I can give you some pointers and some tips. And to beat it all, where'd it go? To beat it all, I only paid for this, and he threw in an additional item for free. So, $50 for this clown. What is the specific name? Crazy Clown Express Train. Crazy Clown Express Train. I love clowns. I know, I'm like one of the few people in the entire world that loves clowns. And I love trains. I've always loved trains. I used to collect Geotracks, which I know I probably struck a nostalgia nerve into some of you, but I used to collect Geotracks when I was little. It was like a big, big part of my life. I used to collect model trains with my uncle. Me and my uncle used to love trains. He would even take me to the train museum. And so trains are like a big part of my life, which, fun fact. And so, clowns, trains, but also the reason I wanted to go ahead and start collecting these little village pieces is because if you've watched the channel, my hiatus video, you learned that I lost my grandpa last year around the same time, so it's kind of like a sensitive subject for me right now. But me, my uncle, and my grandpa used to... Every Christmas, we would get out the little villages, and we would set them up, and it was a big deal. It was a very big deal in my household, and I don't know. I kind of wanted to just keep that tradition going, even though me and my wife aren't having biological kids. I want to keep that tradition going, and the fact that I was able to add something that is pretty deep means a lot. And I know that I could have literally collected any other kind of train. There's probably other Spooky Town Lemax trains out there, which I probably should, message him and ask him if there's any other ones. but I'm going to try to do my own research first. But the fact that this one is clowns, I was like, I've got to add that to the village. So really excited to add this one. Now, I don't have a village yet. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do is clear out right here in front of the door and put it right here for right now, like a little tabletop type deal. Just a very small-ish one. But whenever I do get my basement finished, I'm going to have this huge village that's going to have a mix of Christmas and a mix of Halloween. And I am going to do a thorough walkthrough of that thing because I want to take the time to make it really nice and to make it something that can stay up year round and people can come in and go, that is pretty sick. So really excited to add this. The first thing that was free that he threw in is this little clown conductor holding this sign. And then the big boy himself, this moves, it plays noises. And the other cool feature that I did not realize with this one is that the train tracks are actually like bones. The rails are like bones. So I was like, that's pretty cool. This comes with 4 different carts. 3 if you're not going to include the engine. But it comes with this one, that one, and that one. And yeah, I mean, this is a pretty cool set. And honestly, for $50, I mean, this thing is like pretty big. You can't really tell on camera, but like this thing's pretty big. So, $50 for that. Once again, huge shout out to him for hooking me up with that. And yeah, like I said, it means a lot. So, that's it for today's video, you guys. If you did enjoy, smash that like button, comment down below what was your favorite item out of this haul. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some like collector's editions videos, and also I'm going to give my opinions and my takes on the new physical media news that's going on, because I want to voice my opinion. I want to voice my concerns about the digital future of video games. So, if you don't want to miss those videos, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next video. And as always, rock on.